Hey friends, Ashley Sajon, Director for Tangled Roots here, and I'm just going to jump right in because I don't want to waste your time, just like we don't want to be wasting time this summer, right? We want to be out enjoying the sunshine, trying to earn PRV, grow our teams, grow our businesses without having to be stuck to your device, number one, because you don't want to be on your phone all summer long. We're not running, like 1 week, 2 week parties. I want you guys to be out there doing fun things with your family and doing summer stuff, but still running your business smoothly throughout so that you don't lose that momentum, because the momentum is what we need to grow no matter what, but to make fall a really successful season too, right? So we don't want to have like a super lazy summer and then fall season comes and you're like, bam, thrown right in there and you're kind of like overwhelmed and you don't want to do anything because you're overwhelmed, right? So we're going to jump right in. I'm going to talk about some ways to earn PRV over the summer, some ways to sponsor throughout the summer. And honestly, summer is like a really underrated season because I find a lot of people decide, okay, this is the time I'm going to take off from Scentsy. I'm going to travel, do all the things. Kids are out of school. But we can still work our businesses, okay? So why is summer kind of like a perk for our businesses? Some reasons are because people are on vacation, so they're not working. So maybe they're having a staycation, they're at home, they're just not working, right? They've got time off. People are being social. People are going out to barbecues, parties, graduation, celebrations, all that kind of stuff. People are starting to, I'd say like, not tidy up their homes, but they're kind of freshening up their house if they have some time off, because not a lot of people have a lot of time off when it's not summer and they're letting it sit, right? So they're freshening up their homes, they're opening their windows, just getting that like clean freshness into their homes. And towards the end of the summer in August, they're preparing for fall. So up in the north or anywhere in Canada, I find we kind of don't start preparing for fall until September, because we want to milk the longest bit of summer that we can get, because that cold weather is coming quick. In the States, they kind of prepare in August, a little bit earlier, because school goes back in August. And so in the States, they're preparing for fall. So thus the fall catalog usually launches in August. It doesn't launch in August. Launches right in September, but we know what's going on in August. It has launched in August in the past, but kind of irrelevant to what I'm saying. Anyways, so summer can still be a really beneficial time to get yourself out there. Don't kind of like brush it aside as a season of like slowness. Get out there, continue doing the work, keep that momentum going, and we're going to talk about ways to do that without feeling overwhelmed about it, okay? So I'm just going to start off with a couple PRV ideas, because that's really what we want, right? We want to be earning money throughout the summer, but we don't want to be thinking too hard about it. And like I mentioned, people are out there doing things, visiting people, socializing, having barbecues. So one idea to have is like throw a patio party. So yes, it's a party, guys. I know parties scare people, but this is where you're going to meet people, and this is where you're going to get your best sales, because you need to get those scents under their noses. When people see posts or website descriptions or a video talking about, I love this scent, or I love this product, this just came out, my favorite stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's great, it works, but you need to get the smells in front of them, like under their noses, because the descriptions they don't compare. So a patio party is a great idea because you can reframe the party entirely, right? So nobody's having to clean their living room. Nobody's having to prepare their house. You literally are just like, come on over. I'm having a barbecue. I'm having some drinks. And Scentsy is just kind of like there, right? You can do, actually, this is kind of a really good idea that just popped into my head. Do candles if you're doing outdoor stuff, right? So you've got the candles going. Maybe it'll help with the bugs. I don't really know with the fragrances that we've got currently. I don't think there's a coconut lemongrass candle at this time, but I'd have to double check. If there is, that's a good one. But candles are great for outside, because people that are worried about flames, you're outside, don't worry about it. So you can have kind of candles set up around your patio party. People might ask, oh, that smells really good. Like, what it, like, they're going to know it's Scentsy because you're obviously having a Scentsy thing. But that would be really interesting, I think, to try, is have a candle outside and see what that scent throw is like. You can have like scent testers on the table or in a jar, like off to the side. People can pick through them. One thing to keep in mind though is you don't want to put your wax testers out like in the sun. Keep them in the shade, or you can do like an ice bath and then a bucket on top, you know, whatever you got to do to keep it cool. If you've got like a mini fridge or a bar fridge, get creative, right? Have a bar fridge or a cooler ready where people go open up their drinks and they're like, why are there like why are there lip glosses in here? Because people always think that I brought my lip glosses to work. I'm like, yeah, I have 100 lip glosses. I couldn't choose. So, yeah, bring your testers and then like stash them somewhere funny. And then people will open up a cooler and go like, why is that there? And you're like, surprise, take a sniff. Yeah, so you can get really creative with that kind of stuff. You don't have to call it a party, okay? Because it truly is what scares people away. And it doesn't have to scare people. Like, just have an event, not even an event, that's a big word too. Some sort of get together. As soon as people are together, bust out the Scentsy. It doesn't have to be like high pressure either. It's literally like, you could even just pull them out and start smelling them because you're like just chilling, having a conversation, right? And you're just like, these ones smell. And then people are like, oh, like I want to smell that. What's that? What's that? And then they start making a little pile of their favorites. And then all of a sudden they have 6. And then all of a sudden you just sold a 6-pack of wax. And then all of a sudden you've got 4 people that ordered a 6-pack of wax. Now one person needs a warmer. Oh, I want to try out the pods. Boom, you have a party. So it doesn't have to be difficult, okay? So simple things like that, having people over. Okay, I did write one thing down. So there is kind of like a host pitch that you could try. When I was thinking of the patio party, I was kind of thinking of just like your own personal thing, so you don't really have to have a pitch. You're just inviting people over. But you could try this, saying like, hey, are you hosting anything this summer? Can I bring my testers over? I'd love to be there for your like Scentsy lady situation. I don't have to sell. Literally just come over, smell some things. If anybody wants it, I'll give you the rewards. So it does work because I just did this, just trying to think of my grammar. I just did this for 2 parties recently, and they were both board game parties. And I literally just, like, I had no setup, no presentation. I told the hosts that when I was coming, I said, look, I'm not doing anything special. I'm literally just going to bring these testers with me. And you guys can sniff them while we play games. And that is what we did, okay? Low pressure. People will buy. They don't want to be sold to, though, okay? They will buy, but they don't want to be like, have you in their face going like, try this, try this, try this, okay? Okay, I blab a lot. Sorry. That's why I have a list, because if I don't have a list, this is going to be 3 hours long. We're aiming for 40 minutes, okay? No more than that. Okay, next idea. I don't even think it'll be that long. Next idea I have is like I called it a scratch and sniff mystery bundle. So you can use up your leftover scented stickers that you used to get, or you do still get in your scent of the month bundles. You can buy them in the Scentsy Success Store. You know what I'm talking about. So you can use these, cut them up, make it like a little game. Like you can cut off the name of that scent because it's kind of lower on the bar. Create like a scratch and sniff piece of paper game, and have them guess as many scents as they can guess, and then have like a little prize. See, I didn't think that far through. But you could have a prize, or you could do like a coupon or something for whoever has the most scents that they've guessed correctly. And this is something that you could even add to your little porch party if you wanted to. And then with the scratch and sniff mystery bundle, you could create these little mystery bundles that are, what am I trying to think of the word? Like themed, right? So you can have like a tropical theme. What am I thinking of? Clean and fresh, like a cozy movie night, day at the lake, like taco night, barbecue party. I don't know. You can come up with so many themes, and then come up with like 3 to 6 bars. You can do like mini bundles The 3-packs, they're like a little bit more affordable, so you might sell more because they're more affordable. Or the 6-packs, where honestly I find you sell just as many and you get more PRV. So go for the 6-packs. But try them both, see what your customers like, you know your people. And then you can offer those in like cute little packaging. So you could do like a beach bundle in like a little sand pail that you can get at the dollar store. You could do like the movie night in also those little popcorn containers that you can get at the dollar store. You could do cute little tote bags. You could do like those little blow up drink holders, like, you know, the ones that they supposedly like float your drink in the pool, but they always tip over. But you could get like one of those little blow up rings and then like put a little 3-pack of bars in there and like have a little like pool party bundle or something like that. Mugs, there's all sorts of cool little ideas that you can find that you can put your product into instead of bagging them up, and that alone is super cute. And then that kind of ties into another idea that I had about, well, I mean, it's not my idea, but ready to give gift bundles for celebrations over the summer, because people don't want to be like, okay, there's so many things going on, but people don't want to have to go and run to the store and think about what to get and then package it up and then da-da-da-da-da. So over the summer, what do we got going on? We've got like Father's Day, graduations, weddings, birthdays, I don't know, like all the things that happen in summer, right? So come up with some little gift bundles, offer those to your customers. You can have them ready to go with the stock that you already have, so you're not spending any money. Or you can do one up and share a picture of it and order the stock that you need to create more. You can mention to people that you're going to be doing them and sort of get some interest and see what people see if they even like the idea, because sometimes you have an idea that you think is super awesome and you put it on there and like nobody cares. And then sometimes I'll put an idea up that I was like, oh, like that was kind of cute, I'll put it up, and then boom, like 20 people want it. So you want to kind of gauge your audience there, but that's another idea, having ready to go gifts that are just like affordable too. You can do simple things like grad gift could be something as simple as like a room spray and a scent circle and I don't know, find some like a buddy clip or something. Actually really good grad gifts as people are going to college is an actual Scentsy warmer, since they're not allowed to have any sort of flames in dorm rooms. So candles are a no, but you can do like a Scentsy warmer or any of the pod systems. Use those. Get creative. And then another gift idea that you could also do that is like so stinking easy for you, easy for the buyer, is gift certificates. So you can get these on the what's it called, Scentsy Success Store, so our consultant store. You can purchase them in $25 increments and you'll get like a code that your customer can use on your website. The only thing is, if you do it this way, the code can be used on anybody's website. So you kind of have that like chance that they might shop elsewhere. But I mean, you are getting, I don't think you get PRV. You don't get PRV on the initial gift certificate. You get the PRV when the person orders. So what I do for gift certificates instead is I actually print out my own gift certificate, and then I have like the value on there, and I write on there like only redeemable with Ashley Sajon, independent Scentsy consultant, and then I'll throw like I usually give it a year, sometimes 2 years for the expiry date, just because you want them to use it, right? You want them to come to you. So this also opens up a window of new customer for you, because whoever they are giving the certificate to as a gift might not know you, might not purchase from you already. So that could be an open door for a new customer. But it's just so simple, right? Easy peasy. Just a gift certificate. What did I wrote something down about that. I just didn't want to miss. Some ideas. Grad gifts, teacher thank yous, wedding shower gifts, bridesmaids. If you are getting married this summer, or you know somebody that's getting married this summer, Scentsy makes a freaking awesome wedding shower, bridal shower, bridesmaids gifts, all those things. Fragrance flowers are absolutely perfect for that. And just like, I have no idea what to get them gifts, right? Like, everybody loves fragrance. Get them a whiff box. I don't know. Gifts, right? So let's think about that. What's the next one I had here? Where am I at? 15 minutes. Okay. I have a countdown flip. So kind of like a 12 days of Christmas, but it's a 12 days of summer. So every day on your socials, you can have like a mini flash sale in your stories. So have it pop up each single day with a different product. So it's only good for 24 hours. Make sure that you mention that in your story. And hopefully that will keep engagement high throughout that whole 12 days, and then also keep people wondering what's coming next from you. So hopefully you'll get some follows out of it. If you have a business page, be sharing it on your business page and your personal. Like just build that momentum of excitement and get people like curious about what's coming up next. And some things that you can use for that is like whatever specials we've got going on right now. Like there's some really good things that Scentsy's been launching lately. We had the May must-haves last month. This is, what are they calling it this month? June somethings. I can't remember what they're called. But we get a different little sale every single week. There are killer deals in the clearance right now. You can use your stock as well for this. Use whatever you like. Just don't spend money to do it, you know what I mean? Share what's already out there and then collect the orders for the PRV. What was next? So I'm all over the place. I have a list, but I didn't even follow it. Classic. The hostess trade up. So this was still going to be a party, which I know scares people, but we're not going to be scared about that anymore because parties, like we're going to go back to parties. If you guys haven't noticed, this world sucks. Like this whole technology, AI, all this crap that's going on in this world, nobody likes it. So I have this really deep feeling that the world is gonna say, screw this shit, and like, sorry about my mouth, but that's how I feel about the technology right now. And everybody's gonna wanna go back to the basics. I feel like we did it. We tried technology. We tried, all the things that are happening right now. We tried it. We don't like it. So we're going to go back. But that's just like, that's me. So I feel like we are going back to home parties. So I think that the more that you can learn about home parties and learn about, okay, this is for the younger generation, learning how to communicate with people, to be honest. Learning how to communicate with people and sort of fit in socially. And I don't mean that to like fit in with the cool kids, that kind of fit in. I just mean like to really be able to connect with all different people from different walks of life. Parties will not only teach you that, because I didn't know how any of that worked when I started doing this 13 years ago, and I was doing the most random parties. So I'm totally going off tangent here, but I just want you guys to know that this is a thing. When I started 13 years ago, I was booking parties like absolutely insane. I remember one September in like I started in 2013, so it was probably like 2015. I did 18 parties in September, like home parties. Like I was doing 4 parties a weekend. I would be doing a party in the afternoon and then packing my stuff up and running to the next one. And the people that I met doing that, absolutely amazing. So I have friends to this day that I met through those parties. Scentsy makes me cry, and it's funny, but it's one of those things that it does change your life if you put the effort in to do it. And that's not... Okay, so you got the real me here. Real me is like all out there, big mouth, warm heart, but I will be blunt and call it how it is. And I rarely cry. I'll tell you that right now. I rarely cry. but Scentsy will kill me. Okay. We're getting over this. Okay, PRV. Okay, well, I just wanted to say that last little line there, though, because I went on a tangent and I didn't end it. Parties are where it's at, where you'll meet the people that will help you grow the business, the people that will support you, I think is probably the best word. They'll support you till the end. You just got to find the right people. Okay, let's go back to this so I don't cry anymore. So, tying in with local events. Did I finish even what I was talking about, though? I didn't even freaking talk about what I was going to say. Okay. If you made it this far with me, thank you. The hostess trade up. So, approach anybody that has had a party with you in the last year. Or two, because, you know, like a year goes by really fast. So if they've had a party with you in the last year, whether it's online, in person, basket, however you like to roll, hit them up again, and offer them, what did I even call it this? A summer upgrade. So new scents, curated for the season. So this is where you can kind of like go and purchase those extra little kits, say like the 5-packs in the edits, because those are a really great way to get like a themed bundle together and in front of people that isn't in the catalog and they can't typically smell. So get these little curated bundles together and then offer those to your past hosts as a summer upgrade and see if they will have another party with you. So they already know how you party. Their friends kind of already know you as the Scentsy lady. You kind of already have that in. So it's sort of easy PRV, but you got to be willing to put the work in, obviously. The other thing that you can do to possibly get those bookings, obviously you need to reach out. So not just like post and pray. You need to reach out to your hosts and say, look, I'm offering a summer upgrade party. It's a special to just my past VIP hosts that have hosted with me. And I'm offering like a summer essentials pack. And like you can just get creative with that too. I would put together, like I'd go to the dollar store and just like come up with some like fun snacks and then put in, say like, I don't know, like a room spray. I'm just trying to think of like summery things. I'd have to dig through what's available right now on the clearance because that's where I get most of my like host rewards. But yeah, you can do like a summer essentials pack, like a little barbecue kit or something. That'd be kind of cute. Or you can even use the booking special that Scentsy already has. Have you guys seen that? This month, there is a booking special. So if you host a qualifying party, so $365, that's what it is, I think. Yeah. $365 minimum in Canada. And you can use your 1/2 off towards the Air Claude. So you'll get it for $36, I believe, off the top of my head. And it's $167 regular. So that is a killer deal. So you can use what Scentsy's already offering for your hosts. You don't have to like pay out of pocket or figure out your own special. Use what they have to get your hosts, okay? I'm so close to being done this PRV thing. Tying in with local events. If you already do events, you already know how this works, right? You contact an association, a little community group, a church, a school, junk in the trunk sales. There's usually like big community garage sales going on in neighborhoods. Outdoor concerts. I know in Prince George we have Fort George Park that has lots of events going on there. School fun fairs, garage sales, like literally any sort of small community event that's going on in your town. Ask them if you can set up a table. Usually those events are going to be free, if not pretty low cost. Like I find like church sales and stuff like that are like $20 a table. It's worth the investment if you're willing to put in the time to sit there and meet people, because honestly, these events, yes, they're great for sales if you have stock and you want to bring your stock and sell it. But they are even better for meeting people and getting contact information. So make sure that you have something set up so that you can get people's contact information. So I know you can go old school with the old raffle draw slips. where they literally put all their information in there, and then you do a draw for a prize. You can do like a QR code situation. You can have them just text you, or you text them so that they have your number. There are so many options out there nowadays for sharing contact information. So that's the biggest part about these events, is getting contact information. And you can also set up a little, like, bring your tablet or whatever and take orders right there as well. So that's if you're an event person, or if you just want to like go out and do like a table for 2-3 hours and not be tied down to like a full-blown weekend event where you don't really want to like spend your entire weekend sitting at a table. Try one of these small events, because this is kind of like a really good way to sort of get your foot in the door for this stuff too, because these things book up really quick. When like the bigger events, I'd say, do book up quicker, years in advance even. And if there is a rep for that event already, they're kind of grandfathered in and established there, and it's hard to get into new ones. So if you can get into these smaller events, you'll network with other people. You'll get to know what other events are going on in your town, and really it's just like the connections and the networking are the thing to be doing with events. Sales are great. Networking is number one, because that's what's going to help you grow. Okay, guys, I think that's it for like PRV. I'm only at 26 minutes. You think I can whip through some sponsoring stuff in 14 minutes? Because I gave myself a 40-minute timeline. Okay, but before I jump into the sponsoring part, I do want to mention a huge part of some really good summer PRV and forever PRV is Scentsy Club. So we all know Scentsy Club can be a huge benefit to our business. This is PRV that you can earn without having to like think about it, not having to promote it, sell it. You do need to be promoting Scentsy Club and letting people know what the benefits are of being a member. Obviously, Always Get My Bar is the biggest one. And right now during the summer, I think that is probably going to be your biggest sell point, because nobody wants to think about ordering in the summer. So I suggest, so this is what I was doing last month during Bring Back My Bar, and I think I had 4 new club subscribers, but I had 16 people add to my club because they wanted those bars. So I'm going to try to find a way this month to get them to sign up for their own club. So hopefully when they get their bars and see like what's currently available right now, and I have to come up with a way to get the new limited time scents under their noses, because I'm pretty sure like all of these people that I have on there, they're like my pretty good regulars. They've smelled all the regular scents, but I need them to smell the exclusive scents and fall in love so that they sign up for their own club and get it coming to them. And what's the word I'm looking for? The angle that I'm kind of going for this month in order to promote club is sign up in June, get your first shipment, and then in September, you'll get your next shipment. So you literally just like have all your bars for the summer, and then when the fall comes, you can see what's going to be oh no, we're not doing that. Oh, I don't have to worry about it. I totally forgot that we have the year-long catalog. Okay, so I have to rethink this. Okay, I'm gonna have to rethink my club strategy here, but I'm still pushing club this month, because this is always going to be your best PRV that you don't have to think about. But I was gonna say that you can check your club before the next catalog comes out, and double check, make sure all the scents that you love for the summer are in there before the next ones come out. But that's irrelevant now. I'm curious to see how the next catalog goes. So club is really an important thing to learn about, and maybe I'll do a separate video with just all of the benefits about club, how to set it up, how to change things in it, edit, how easy it is to cancel, because I think a lot of people are scared to be trapped in like a subscription, and Scentsy Club is no trap. It's so easy to get rid of if you don't want it anymore. Okay, I have a couple sponsoring ideas, because yes, we want the PRV, we want the money over the summer, but we also need to be planting our seeds, because the fall is a very busy time and summer is the time when everybody wants money, right? We got lots of stuff going on in summer and it ain't cheap. And it's not getting any cheaper. So if we can get people to join, you know, ASAP, obviously, so that they can get the fastest paycheck they can for the summer, that's going to be like our prime goal, right? So we need to be having sponsoring conversations. And what do those look like? So I think the simplest way to ask people or to start the conversation right now is, what are you up to this summer? So simple, right? And you can throw this into any regular conversation that you're having, whether it's a customer or not. Like you can have like, you're just people that you know that don't buy from you. Like, what are you doing this summer? You can throw this into any sort of customer conversation. So somebody sends you like a message and says, you know, I just need to grab a 6-pack of bars. Here's my order. Send me my total. And you're like, yeah, no problem. Here's your total. Da, 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 da. Thanks for ordering. What are you up to this summer? Super simple, right? And then once they answer that, I mean, it can be anything from like, it's downtime at work, so it's going to be like boring. We've got trips planned, so I'm working overtime to pay for it. Kids are out of school, so we're going to be camping, doing a road trip, whatever, right? Picking up extra shifts, or they're just bored, right? Like, I know like some people don't work at all during the summer, like teachers and stuff like that, right? I personally would never be bored, but some people are when they're go, go, go all year round, and then they get 3 months off, right? So maybe they're just looking for something to do. You can just start that conversation. That's the most important thing, is starting the conversation. Where it goes from there, you can't control that. You can't control what they're going to say. All you can do is sort of lead the conversation without sounding salesy, right? So you could be like, what did I say before? Like, what are you doing this summer? And they're like, oh, like kids are going to camp for 2 weeks. So we're going to be hanging out and doing yard work. And I'm going to have to pick up some extra shifts to pay for this camp. So you'd be like, you know, well, I've been making money doing Scentsy, and I know it's kind of weird, but it's fun. Want to hear about how I'm making money doing that? And like, it's pretty low pressure, because if they say, nah, I don't have any time for that, and you're like, but you just said that you're off all summer. Or like, I always hear that, actually. I hate that excuse. I don't have time. Do you think I have time? I don't have no stinking time, but I still make it work. I hate that excuse. I don't know anybody. Do you think I knew anybody when I started this? I literally started doing this the same month that I started a new job. So I went into that job not knowing a damn person in that job, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do Scentsy too. Threw it on the counter, bam, $600 sold. So, yeah. You can do it. Another, what was this thing? I wrote it down, but like the way I wrote it in point form is not really making sense in my brain right now. I don't even really know what I wrote. Who wants to try Scentsy for 30 days this summer with zero pressure? That's what I wrote. And then I put reminder about wax and warm weather, ? pod party. So my notes have failed me here, but I'm going to slap it together and say, I don't know, make a post. Okay, make a post and ask who wants to try Scentsy for 30 days this summer with zero pressure. So you're basically having a basket party, I think, is what my idea here was. You know, give them a little bundle of things to try. Remind them not to leave the wax out in their car or in any of the warm weather. So this is probably why I put ? Pod party. So you could offer them that to try out instead. So see how a basket party goes. So like I just said, actually, I went to work, I threw my basket of testers and catalogs on the table, sold $600. That was literally a bag / basket / catalog party. It's that easy. Like, it doesn't have to be like, you're having a party and I need you to do this, 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 and this, and give them a big list of things that they have to do. And like, It can be as simple as being like, hey, take this for 30 days, this bag of testers, don't leave it in your car. You could even put a big note right on the front of your thing. And just get people to smell and collect orders, see how it goes. It can be crazy low pressure, and you just kind of see how it goes. You can host coach them, absolutely. Like, host coaching is very important if you want to have like a really successful party with good rewards. But if you're looking for something that's super low pressure where you don't want to have to like push them unless you kind of know that they're that go-getter that really wants those like instructions, just give it to them and see how it goes. You never know. Like, sometimes people you think are like, oh, they're not going to do much with that. They're just going to place their own order. We'll just see how it goes. And then they come back and they've got $300 in orders, and you're like, damn girl, you can do this. So it's kind of like a little way to test out how they do as a consultant, right? So give them your testers for a month. Maybe you don't need them because you're going to be doing summer stuff too, right? And then touch base with them after that 30 days, see how it went, have a little chat, have a conversation about joining, see what they say, and just take it from there. And then I have, I think, one more thing. Yeah. So this kind of ties into having your own party. So I would say, like, tie this into your patio party if you're going to do something like that, a barbecue, just having people over for drinks, a game night. I'm absolutely loving this game night thing that I started a couple months ago. I had quite a few bookings. A couple of them backed out, but I just did 2 of them, and they were so fun. Like, I literally got to learn new games, met new people. Like, it was a blast, and there was no pressure, like with the Senti. Like, it's just out. And then, like, when it's not that person's turn, they're like smelling the things and making their little piles. It was super fun. I liked it. So this, you can tie this into that, and it's like a bring a friend bonus. So basically, like, you invite your guests. If they bring somebody that has never purchased from you before, or like you've never met, or whatever parameters that you want to place there, then they'll both get like a little prize pack. And so I was thinking, for that kind of prize pack, you would have something different for the invited guest, and then something different for the person that they brought. So maybe like a 10% off coupon or something for your invited guest, and a scent circle. But for your host friend person that they brought, I don't know, something a little bit extra, like a chocolate bar and a little Scentsy product, and maybe like a whole bunch of scratch and sniff stickers or something, so that they can really get an idea of all the different fragrances that are available. Or if you have stock kicking around, like maybe you have like some old hand creams or something like that that were like a little bit more affordable, do not be spending a lot of money on this, because this is we're here to make money, right? We're not here to spend money. But you do want to give them just a little something special for thanks for coming, and thank you for bringing your friend. I hope that I can be your Scentsy consultant and help you. Yeah, that's pretty much the shizzle. I would love if everybody tried every single one of these, but we're talking about not being overwhelmed this summer. So, like, let's not do that. Don't go and do all the things unless you're a super overachiever. And if you're a super overachiever, you're probably not really needing my help here. So all I want you to do today, this week, maybe this weekend, is just pick one of these things, okay? And I will post it in the comments on our team Facebook page. And if you're on YouTube, I will see if I can put it in the comments. Honestly, I've never put anything in the comments. We'll see how it goes. Learning that good old technology that we all love. So yeah, I challenge you to just pick one thing and go for it. Just see how it goes, right? I'm wishing you a very successful summer, but also a very chill, relaxing, and enjoyable summer. And just remember that the momentum and the plants that we see now are going to be sprouting 3 months from now when it's busy season. So you need to keep working. Consistency is key always, no matter what you're doing. Just don't consider summer as your break, because it's going to be really, really hard to get back up and get going again when the fall starts. All right, so peace, love, chicken grease. Love y'all.